Good evening, students, and welcome to today's daily quiz presented to you by BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. Now, before we start with the quiz, here is a quick announcement that we will be having a free workshop exclusively on the BYJU'S Exam Prep app with regards to how to qualify the UPSC CSE exam in your first attempt itself. So, it will be live on 4th February from 6 p.m. onwards. So do not forget to attend this session in order to get complete guidance regarding the CSE exam. The registration link is available in the video description. Now let us see the first question. Which of the statements are true regarding the Indian budget? In the Constitution, it is termed as Annual Financial Statement. It finds a mention in Article 112 of the Indian Constitution. It is prepared under the aegis of the Department of Economic Affairs. Now, the reason we have taken this question is because on 1st February, our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Union Budget. Budget, which is also known as Annual Financial Statement in the Constitution of India, it finds its mention in Article 112 of the Constitution. It is developed by the Budget Division of the Department of Economic Affairs, which comes under the Ministry of Finance. So over here, this is a correct statement. Yes, it is known as Annual Financial Statement of the Government of India. This is also a correct statement. It finds a mention in Article 112, and this is also correct. It is developed by the Budget Division, which is under the Department of Economic Affairs of Ministry of Finance. So our correct answer here is D. Now the second question. Which of the statements are not true regarding the PM Kisan Yojana? It provides for 6,000 rupees in 4 installments to the beneficiaries. It is applicable to all the farmers of the country. It is a central sector scheme. This question has been taken because according to the budget, there has been a dip in the number of beneficiaries registered under the PM Kisan Yojana. So that is why the allocation for the scheme, it has also become the lowest in the past 5 years, and it has been given 60,000 crore rupees. So the PM Kisan Yojana, it is the biggest scheme of the Ministry of Agriculture. It is also known as Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Under this scheme, the central government, it transfers an amount of 6,000 rupees in 3 installments and not 4 installments every 4th month into the accounts of the beneficiaries through direct benefit transfer. It was launched in the year 2019. And it is a central sector scheme, that is, it is 100% sponsored by the central government through the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Affairs. Now, what about the beneficiaries of the scheme? Now, according to the scheme, the state governments, they have been given the responsibility to identify the beneficiaries. However, this scheme is not applicable to all the farmers of the country. It excludes the institutional landholders, the farmer families, members of which are either currently or have in the past held a constitutional position, who are present ministers, state ministers, central ministers, members of parliament, state legislatures. They are current or retired officers and employees of the state government or the central government, of the PSUs, and so on. So there are many categories of farmers which have been excluded out of this scheme. So this is not a correct statement, and also this is not a correct statement. So what is our correct answer? It is A, that is statements 1 and 2 are not correct. Now we move on to our third question. Which of the statements are true regarding Bharat Shared Repository of Inscription? It will be established under the aegis of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. It will be a digital repository. It will be established in Hyderabad. Now, according to a recent declaration by our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, the Bharat Shared Repository of Inscriptions will be established in the city of Hyderabad under the aegis of ASI, that is Archaeological Survey of India, which comes under the Ministry of Culture. Now, this will be a digital repository, kind of a digital museum, which will be comprising of 1 lakh ancient inscription. So, we will be undertaking a massive exercise of digitization of the ancient inscriptions, and they will be available in a digital format, that is BharatSHRI repository of inscriptions. So, over here, yes, it is a digital repository. It will be established in Hyderabad. However, it is under Ministry of Culture. That is, it is under ASI, which comes under Ministry of Culture. So, our correct answer is B. Now, the fourth question. Which of the following Indian states border Myanmar? We have Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. So this question has been taken because 2 years after a military coup in Myanmar, the emergency rule in the country, it has been extended further for 6 months, and because of which the country is again in the news. Now you know that UPSC asks certain map related questions. So because of that, it is necessary to know that if one of our neighbors is in news, which of the states they are bordering it. You can see here very clearly in this map that Assam and Meghalaya do not border Myanmar. It is Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, and Mizoram. So over here, our correct answer will be 2, 4, 5 and 6, that is option B. Now we come to a PYQ. In the context of India's preparation for climate smart agriculture, consider the following statements. The climate smart village approach in India is a part of a project led by the Climate Change, Agriculture and Food Security, an international research program. The project of CCAFS is carried out under Consultative Group on International Agricultural Research headquartered in France. The International Crops Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics, also known as ICRISAT, in India is one of CGIAR's research centers. So we have to identify which of these statements are correct. Now, climate smart village. This is an approach that is being created by CCAFS in order to make the villages not just adapted to the climate change that we are seeing right now, but also make the entire process of this adaptation more inclusive. So over here, even the women farmers, they are being encouraged to weigh in, to give their opinions when any discussion is being held regarding what activities should be undertaken in that particular village. So this is a correct statement. Now the CGIAR, which is headquartered at France, it has various research centers all across the world, and it will be responsible to ensure that CCAFS, this research program, it is properly implemented. So CGIAR will play a very big role to identify the technologies and practices and enable the people and the institutions so that these technologies and practices, they can be scaled properly to ensure that food security, climate adaptation and climate mitigation, all three targets are completely fulfilled. So this is also a correct statement, and this is also a correct statement. ICRISAT, which is located in Hyderabad, is one of the research institutes under CGIAR. So our correct answer here is D. Let us now come to the fact of the day, which is related to blue economy. So why is it important? Because the International Seabed Authority has recognized India as a pioneer investor in the field of blue economy. Now this term, it was first introduced by Gunter Pauli in his book The Blue Economy, 10 Years, 100 Innovations, 100 Million Jobs. It encompasses a sustainable use of the ocean so as to help improve the livelihoods of the people around it, while also ensuring that the ocean ecosystems remain healthy. Now, according to the Union Minister, Dr. Jitendra Singh, blue economy is very much intermingled with the nation's economic growth. Now, India has more than 7,000 kilometers of coastal region, and many people, millions of people, they live on these coastal regions. And that is why India is a very strong proponent of blue growth in order to support sustainable growth in marine as well as maritime sectors. India is also in the process to bring out a dedicated blue economy policy which will be aiming to cover coastal economy, tourism, fisheries, skill development, deep sea mining, and capacity development in all these sectors in a very holistic manner. India's Samudrayan mission is also a part of this blue economy itself. So that is all about today's daily quiz. I hope you were able to get all the points covered over here. So do not forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such content. So thank you very much and have a very good day ahead.